like I was saying, well, I tried to say, I tried doing 60 seconds, but it was this theorist or philosopher who did an experiment, right? And it was kind of like they were all on like the human psychology or whatever. It was like the psychology of the human brain or whatever. But the experiment was done on rats. You put a whole bunch of rats in a container, right? It was female and male, and I think it was like some type of thing with like reproduction or whatever. And at first, so you got your variables, you put them in there and everything, and they gave the rats food and everything, and they lived, and they was like, it was so beautiful, they reproduced, had their children and everything. But then I think they decided to take the food away from the rats just to see how they reacted to it, right? So eventually the rats started getting aggressive. I don't know which, but it was either the females or males. Y'all should look it up. It's a psychology theorist or philosopher or scientist. I want to say it was Sigmund Freud, whatever. But it was one of them. Psychology. But anyway, so they put they wanted to see how they react without food, and things started getting aggressive. And then they was like, well, they started noticing that eventually the male rats, I think, started killing each other. Now y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. This is just something I read a long time ago, but it's on my head. Eventually, like, the male rats started, getting aggressive toward the other male rats. You know what I'm saying? And then I think the female rats started doing something. But all in all, throughout the experiment, once they took that food away, they started fighting against each other. And then they took something else away, I think. And then next thing you know, like, one group of rats started isolating themselves from another group of rats. And eventually it's like the male rats got with the male rats and the female rats got with the female rats. And then somehow it ended up in extinction. But I just think that was like a cool experiment to look through with these philosophers back in the day, and what they used to look forward to, or what they predicted. Get what I'm saying? Would happen with those type of experiments. It's just like the other experiments, like the lady, her name, I think her name is Jean something, but she conducted the blue eye, brown eye experiment, I think it was. That one is definitely a popular one. And I believe it might be a TED Talk about that one. But yeah, and how just if you treat one group one way, how would the other group react? Get what I'm saying? So we're gonna spread more positivity. I'm about to receive something. Excuse me. Don't judge me. Courage to spark flames. I'm gonna go back to this bottom card. It's receiving. It was receiving because I showed you. Put that one at the top. And courage. Be open. Money. Follow your bliss. Give me 1 second. I gotta switch decks too. I'm gonna go back and research that experiment that I'm telling you about, but it's been on my mind for a few days now. That experiment. Okay, I pulled these cards. Stone People Knowing. past, perspective, calling. Alrighty. Receiving, courage, be open, money, and follow your bliss. Then we got stone people, lower world, shapeshifter, and conch shell, which is knowing, past, perspective, and calling. Now, something's coming. And it's not like anything physical this time. Like it may be physical, like finances wise, but for some, it all depends on what side you're on. Get what I'm saying? If you were on the side that was already getting money, you're not going to be getting money. You're going to be getting more perspective. And if you was on the side getting more perspective, then this time it's your turn to get money. That's when the hourglass flips. All right. So just be courageous in whatever you're doing now, because as long as you following your purpose, your passion, your God, it's going to come. It's sparking flame. It's going to be a debut. Something's going to come to surface that you created. And it's going to, yeah, you're going to be called out for it. Hopefully it's a good calling out for it. And you may get paid for this. Continue to follow your bliss, because it's paving a way to your higher self. Did I get the higher self card? You know? Knowing. Stone people, you gaining attention. You gaining attention about the past. History is starting to stir back up. Things are getting to the root of the problem here. We're starting to see different perspective of things. Get what I'm saying? Different perspective of things. It's like, you know, the mirrors. Now, instead of seeing more in a bilateral sense, we starting to like unfold like a flower. It's like, like a clock, right? You know, I always wondered, right? With these monuments, like this monuments, like you ever seen these quartz? Hold on, the quartz, right? You see that? The quartz. Now we all know that the temple is the representation of a woman's body. But what happened to Osiris monument? Get what I'm saying? What happened to his monument? They found 12 pieces, but she couldn't find the 13th piece. Why is that? So she created a 13th piece, right? And then as she created that 13th piece, the stars aligned, and boom, Jesus was born, the truth was born. So it's connecting. Somebody lost their shaft. Get what I'm saying? Somebody lost their shaft. Where did the shaft go? We got a monument. We got a monument. And as far as the temple, I got a question about that too. I wonder if you flipped them a certain way, would it turn into a clock? What if the temples were the hands to the clock? What if they were the hands to the clock? Just a new perspective there. Just throwing it out there. Stay present now. Stay present. Don't go fool. They're listening. But say, for instance, right, that was the center. And the pyramids was the hands or the arm that moved it. Time.